This is Nicole with the eCom Sellers Academy. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about the fastest 100, the fastest growing categories. So I'm confident that they probably pulled a significant amount of this data from Amazon, and they probably pulled it from a couple of other platforms. But it says from 2019 to 2020. And the reason we want to talk about it, and this is from March, sorry, of 2019 to March 2020. And the reason we want to talk about that is that these are some of the categories in which people are going to, they're going to continue to buy at least probably for another month, if not 2 months. There's going to be lots of buying happening with these particular items. And so if you have the opportunity to sell them, I would encourage you to do so. So let's talk about them. And also, if you have not set up a Keepa account, I would encourage you to set up a Keepa account so you can do some analysis on some of the things that are to buy and to sell. So one of the things, of course, is disposable gloves. The other one is bread machines. We've got cough and cold medicine, of course, and soup. So a lot of the first 10, like our food and our health and beauty related things. And then we get into weights down in number 8, or anything that they can exercise at home on their own. And then we've got milk and cream, and we've got dishwashing supplies. So dishwashing liquid, most of you should be able to sell in some form. You can also get it from the Dollar Tree, and most recently the Dollar Tree said that it would allow you to be able to place orders online. So if I go to dollartree.com, you'll be able to, I'm sorry, that's not dollar, that's Dollar Rental Car. Dollar Tree. So now the Dollar Tree is allowing you to continue placing orders online. And so you have the opportunity to buy dishwashing liquid. You can buy dishwasher liquid. You can buy all types of soaps. But that's an opportunity for you to source. You can source online. You can buy it in bulk. It is considered one of the essential items. And you can send that into Amazon. So you want to make sure that if you're going to place that order, and let me go backwards. It's not letting you see what they have available, so hold on. Yeah, it's not giving you that. Okay. All right, so I'm going to dishwashing. Let me see. Dishwashing liquid. If I can spell. Clearly, I don't know how to spell. These are dishes, dishes, dishes. All right. So I'm not going to find anything. But let's see. Health and beauty supplies, probably in kitchen. Cotton ball swabs. Oh, they got deodorants. Those are definitely things that people are looking for. Oh my gosh, that section is sold out. Cotton balls and swabs. Well, then let's see if deodorant is sold out. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know. So deodorants. Okay, so they still have some. These are in the dollar. They also have conditioner. Yeah, that's hair conditioner. So the point that I'm trying to make is that when you go back to the list of what people are buying, this is the list that I've already posted in the room. This tells you what people are looking for. Facial tissues, people are still looking for that. Allergy medicine, women's stuff. And even in laundry supplies, So I'm going to go over here and see if I can find some laundry supplies real quick. Hold on just 1 second. Let me, she wants to join. Okay. So laundry supplies. Yeah, there we go. If I go over here to laundry. Sold out, sold out, sold out. Wow. Okay. Some of the things you'll be able to find, some of them you're not. I would go through each one in this listing because it's the top 100. And I would see if I can reverse source these things either from the Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Family Dollar. All of those are going to be inexpensive places to find them. Also, take advantage of sourcing for them like at your Walgreens and your CVS and your Rite Aid, because they'll have in-store coupons that you can use. So I'm going to, we're not, stop. There we go. In-store coupons that you can use, so you can stack the savings. Now, one of the other things that they say that is one of the fastest growing was bread makers. So there's a couple of stores that are struggling right now that offer great coupons or discounts. So one of them is Kohl's. So if I go to Kohl's and I'm looking for bread maker, I'm sure I can find it on Walmart. But the great thing about Kohl's is that you can use your Kohl's bucks.
Try bread machine.
You can use your Kohl's bucks to buy it, so they don't have any in stock. Anything. So bread, they've got knives. You got a bread holder, bread basket.
Here's just another quick tip. If you think about the items that are in the increasing categories, like Nicole just mentioned, the bread machine or the bread maker, grocery is still one of those categories that you can send in FBA. So think of all the things that you need to make bread. If people have an increase in buying bread makers, then there's also going to be an increase in the ingredients. So you would want to look up yeast and flour, and I haven't made homemade bread in a while, but those sorts of things are going to be things that you're also going to be able to reverse source and actually ship in for FBA at this time.
Yeah, definitely. So I was going to see the stores that are struggling right now. There's a list. JCPenney's is one of them. Dillard's, Macy's. They're on the list of stores that are struggling because they were already struggling, and so they feel like COVID-19 is going to push these stores over the limit. So I could look for bread makers on Walmart.com. I could also look on Target. I'm confident I'll probably find some, especially third-party sellers. Probably will find them. Move all this stuff out the way. So let me just see. Okay.
There's one.
There's one. So we've got a bread machine. It looks like it's being sold by a third party anyway, because of the price. It looks like it's being sold by a third party. I will tell you that selling on Walmart is a great way to sell. And we're going to have in the coming weeks, Mihail Chapnick, who's going to be working with us to help all of you get your Walmart accounts activated. So make sure you have everything you need that Walmart's going to want so that you can get your account set up. But this is the only bread machine that I'm seeing out of this list. Although these are, looks like these are parts maybe, replacement belts.
Try Ace Hardware.
I had not thought of Ace Hardware for a bread machine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
In stock, but
Go ahead, Norman.
so it doesn't mean they're in stock, but I've got them from them before.
Okay. So let's go see. Probably while we're at it, probably look at Lowe's. We could probably look at uh, Dick's Sporting Goods, like, because again, if you're doing camping, sometimes you're going to have the equipment that you know, they may be selling those items. They got bread pans. I see toaster ovens. I see toasters. So let's go to page 2. They may or may not have them. But what I would encourage you to do is see if you can source for it. So this is a sandwich maker. I think people are really looking for bread makers because, again, you go to the store, you're out of bread, you're out of eggs, you're running out of milk. Those are all things that people are running out of, which is crazy, but they are running out of stuff. Okay, going back to the list, as we look at some of the food items, one of the things that I talked about before, they've got milks and creams. I will tell you that if I go to, I have a lot of windows open, y'all, because I'm working on a lot, but I'm working on a lot. Renata's like, yeah, you ain't got as many windows as I do.
No, I'm laughing because you always tell me that. And I'm like, oh yeah, look who's got so many windows open now.
I got 9,000 windows open. So I'm going to look up almond milk, because the one thing about almond milk is it's shelf stable. It comes in a container that has, it's already sealed. And so you can actually sell almond milk and you don't have to refrigerate it. I mean, I buy the kind that you refrigerate, but I want you to notice all of the almond milk that's listed here. So I did a video yesterday. I think it was, today's Tuesday. I did a video yesterday explaining to you guys that you should be sourcing for things that are in niches that people are not necessarily looking for. That they would go to the store to find, that is for a specific audience. So the audience that is gluten-free, sometimes they are casein-free, which is dairy-free, which means they're looking for non-dairy products. You can see that this one is sourced in fresh, but it's also sourced outside of fresh. This one is sourced outside of fresh. This one is sourced out of Whole Foods Market. But again, these are all shelf stable. So you could actually, as long as you check the expiration date, and this one is sourced from Costco. We already know Kirkland's is from Costco. You can go ahead and source and list it on Amazon, and people will be buying it. So I'm just curious, because this is 6 of them for $33. So I'm curious what the rank is. It already has a rating of 78. The rank on this is 5 in the secondary category, 1,288 in the primary category.
That's awesome. Nicole, can you show them how to go maybe on the Costco website? You don't need a membership, just search the prices so they can get an idea of what the profit would be on an item like that.
So if I go to Costco and I type in almond milk, again, they have the refrigerated version of almond milk, and then they have the shelf stable version of almond milk. So this one is
a 6 count of 32 ounces. Is that the same one?
Yep, looks like, yeah, 6 count, looks like it's the same one.
So $8.49, and it's selling for $33. The rank that low.
Yeah.
Extremely.
Yep, looks like it's the same one. And so it's a great opportunity for you to limit 2 per member. So that's an instant and easy profit right there. The great thing about if you do Costco, even if you can't, let's say you place the order, it says that, they're not doing nobody's guaranteeing right now the 2-day delivery, let me just tell you, because for many different reasons. You have too many delivery people that are coming down, unfortunately, with COVID-19. And so the number of people that would normally deliver is reduced exponentially. And so you got to take that into account. But even if this doesn't get delivered for another 2 weeks, do you think this is still going to be a popular item in 2 weeks? The answer is yes. Unfortunately, people are going to be, even if everything is able to turn around in the next 4 weeks, people are still going to be apprehensive and skittish about going to go shopping. So more and more people are going to continue buying online, even beyond right now, the next 4 weeks or the next 6 weeks.
And just keep in mind, I don't have a Costco near me. When I did, that was one of my favorite stores, but if you have a Costco near you, I'm not sure if they do pickup. Back when I lived near a Costco, that wasn't a thing, but if they have pickup, you can still go to the store and pick these up if you don't want to wait on them.
Oh,
And
and right, and or
more than
go.
one membership, if one of the other family members or someone has a membership, then you could use their membership to get 2 more of these. But this is a great deal.
And don't overlook BJ's and Sam's and all the other ones.
Correct. Correct. Look up BJ's, look up Sam's for sure. So if I go backwards, and I was just using almond milk as an example, only because almond milk is a milk. It was on the list. They said down here, if I look at what's moving, it's number 9. It's moved up 279%. When most people think of milk, they're thinking of the stuff that you have to refrigerate. And the great thing about almond milk and coconut milk and hemp milk is that they have a shelf stable version of it. And so if you just source milk alone, you'd be surprised at what the options are outside of refrigerated milk. And again, I'm one of those families. We do flax milk, which is one of the ones that I buy. They have the shelf stable version of that. We buy this and we put it in our pancakes. And so this one, let's see what the rank is. So this one is 5,673, still a great rank.
These ranks are awesome.
And it's number 5. So I'm the nerd, I'm the weirdo that's sourcing for this kind of stuff because I buy it. But again, if you do Google searches, I just recently did a post on my wall talking about natural ways to help fight the COVID virus. And one of them was an article that Chris Cuomo's wife wrote on what he's been doing. She's been doing with him for the last week, and it's all natural stuff. So if I go find that article, let me see if I can find it without pulling up 9,000 windows.
And this also works for hurricane weather too.
Yes, this will work for hurricane weather. So if people are buying, and we're going to be going into the hurricane season in July. So again, that's another opportunity. So let's go see what she's got on here for the protocol. And again, I'm the weirdo. I would source some of this stuff. So, and you don't have to be a weirdo to source it.
You're not the only one.
Yeah.
Well, we're all kind of weirdos because we source.
Okay, so one of the things that I was looking up earlier today, I had not seen this. So I don't know what this is. Some of the other stuff I knew what it was, like these pellets. Like I knew what these pellets were. Nisha knew what that was. This one. Oh, okay. So this one was a good one. All right. So I'm going to go look up this particular item. Okay. And I know that I can source it directly from some of the natural stores. So this is iHerb. I will tell you that this particular brand, Borean, is popular in Europe. And I buy Borean all the time along with Highlands. It's also popular in Europe. And so there's uses that they use some of this stuff for in Europe that we don't use in the US. So if you thought about globally selling, that's another opportunity as well. So I'm going to look up this Borean 30 and see what I can find. And let's see if this natural solution. Okay. So they've got some sponsored ads. Okay, so this is a 30 count for $8.43. This one is a 5-pack. Okay, 30 count, 80 pellets. And so this one came up first, and this one came up second. So I'm guessing this one has the higher rank, but and both of them say Boreans, just somebody put a dash in there. I'm curious to see what the rank is on this. Again, these are natural solutions because, again, people who are concerned about COVID-19 are going to continue to buy after, the virus is gone. Okay, so this one has a super high rank in health and household. I don't know if that's the right category. And then this one, but the secondary category for homeopathic, it's 440. That's the secondary category. If I go pull up this one, and I pull this down, this one is better. It's 49,000, and it's in health and household, and it's 102 in the secondary category. So clearly this particular item is a popular one. And as more people read that article, what do you think is going to happen? More and more people are going to be buying that particular item and listing it and selling or jumping on an existing list. So looking for sources for that, I can tell you, you can buy this at Sprouts. You can buy it at some of your local family health food stores. So here is a great tip. Here, and I'm in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. In Frisco, we have, I think it's called Frisco, I'm guessing off the top of my head, Family and Health. I think it's like Health Food Market, something like that. I can tell you their doors are closed right now. Yep, this is them. Yep. And so their doors are closed. And since their doors are closed, do you think they're getting any sales right now? So if I called them or if I reached out to them and said, hey, I'd like to buy all of this particular item, can you give me a deal on it? The chances are highly likely that they will. So some of the natural stuff that's listed in that article, I would check for whole food health food markets in your area that are closed, because we know because of social distancing, if you're in an area where they've shut you down, and reach out to them. You can call. Most of these guys are forwarding it to their personal cells and say, I know that your doors are closed, but I'd like to make a large purchase from you. Can I buy all that you have in stock? Or maybe they'll be kind enough, if they've decided they're going to shut their doors permanently, maybe they'll give you their supplier so that you can get it through their supplier. But all it takes is a phone call. It's just a phone call so that you can source some of this natural stuff that's in that article.
And the worst they can say is no.
The worst they can say is no. That's right. So let me close that. Anything else you want to add to that, Renata?
Just make sure if you do use, because I saw that when you first pulled the item up, it was on iHerb, and I use that site quite a bit. But make sure that if you do online sourcing, that you're checking for any discount codes, promo codes, go to some of the websites, and just make sure that you're maximizing return on investment when you do make those purchases. Because if you're buying a relatively large quantity, that one I think comes out of herbs out of Canada, but when they ship it to you, often the shipping is free. But if you can get a percentage off, that would increase your ROI.
Yes. So
Thinking back about your bread maker, we have seen the stable yeast quadruple. I could buy it at $4.25 and it's selling for $50 some. That's if you can find it.
yeah, if you can find it, definitely. So the next one that was on her list, sorry, was the Highlands. Well, not this one, but this particular is the same thing as the other one. I'm just curious. So this one is selling for a very low price. And like Renata said, make sure that you are checking to see what kind of discount codes some of these other online stores have. It. Like Swanson's Health, I buy stuff from Swanson's Health all the time. So definitely do that.
And keep in mind when you go over there on the Amazon side, Nicole, do you have well, you're in incognito, but if you have the promo loaded, you can see how many they actually have. And even if it's selling really low, if it's got a low rank on it, barring any issues from Amazon, I've had them block a few of my items in the health category, but as soon as that person sells out, I'm able to set a maximum and minimum price on my item and raise the price to what works for me. I'm not price gouging, but I do need to make sure that I'm actually making a profit on it. So clearly, if you paid $8 for that, you're not going to be able to sell it for $5. If you add your shipping in there, you're able to get a few and make $2 or $3 a bottle off of it. Then you're 30 or 40% ROI, and you'll be able to kind of have the market in that, because if there's only 1 or 2 sellers, that one says 3, but if you don't have a few in stock. Once they sell out, you'll have the buy box.
Yep. So yeah, the rank on it, the secondary category is 137. So yeah, if you just take the opportunity to do some research on what the other remedies are, not necessarily remedies, let me correct that. What others are doing to try and either boost their immune system or combat COVID. So take advantage of that so that you can maybe find source for those particular items. So
and don't, we talked about this before, don't get caught up in watching so much of the news that, you know, it depresses you, but you do want to be in the know. So when I look at this, I wasn't familiar, I use boron a lot, but I wasn't familiar with this particular product. Thankfully, I don't have aches and pains. But when you think about in the news where they talk about the acetaminophen being in such low availability, these types of remedies are probably what people are having to go. So it becomes a big necessity. And again, if you've been sourcing, you want to make sure that you have the right perspective on this, but we are actually providing a service to the community. A lot of people are thinking, you know, we're buying all this stuff up and so that it's not available for people who need it. But there are people that are out there buying pallets of this stuff, and that's not what we're telling you to do. We're saying, you know, so that the people that don't have it available in the area, just like Nicole just pulled up their family market, we don't have one of those. And so if I were looking for something that the Walmart didn't have, or the Aldi, you know, the stores, my local stores are not going to be the same. So if I can find this item online, you know, that's going to be a service to me. And even if it's more expensive, it's getting delivered straight to my door. I don't have the risk of going out into the stores and dealing with the crowds and the lines. Now we have lines everywhere. Mm-hmm. So you're doing a service. You just got to think outside the box and figure out what type of products you are actually able to buy, even if you're picking them up for yourself. You extra, if you can scan those and see that the rank is low, pick up a few extra. And I'm telling you, what's been happening with me is I'm listing items straight out of my shopping cart, and they're sold before I leave the store. It's blowing my mind.
Yeah, it's crazy.
There's another store, Gordon's Foods, which a lot of people don't have it, and it's being overlooked, but it's a gold mine. Don't overlook the little guy. He's still trying to make a living, and he loves to see us when we show up.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we're going to do cough drops, and what I'm looking for is Ricola. Okay, so Ricola is super popular, and I can tell you the one that I buy all the time is the Cool Relief, which is like, I feel like the best one.
I want our viewers to keep in mind some of these items, if you're gated in them, we're offering the ungating parties now, at least monthly. And so you'll want to tune in for those. I'm not sure if I know I sell a lot of Ricola. That's if that's a gated brand or not. I know a few of the other ones, when you went back, like the Silk on the almond milk, some of those are gated brands, but we want to offer our services to you as much as possible and often as possible. And we want you to take advantage of that when we're doing the ungating parties, because many of us are still out here, boots on the ground sourcing. It's not the, you know, pie in the sky gurus that are telling you do this, do that, or whatever, but we're going to show you exactly what it is that we're doing to get ungated. And the biggest piece of that is consistency. So don't let C19 slow you down. Just keep selling, list things around the house, go into your pantry. If there's something, I've been using this a lot, but if there's something that's a few months out from expiration, merchant fulfill that. Don't let it go bad. Don't let it, you know, sit in your pantry if you're not going to use it. Canned goods are flying. Boxed goods are flying. And as Nicole's showing you right now, the cough and cold category, I saw that on the list, but I cannot keep any of those items.
Yeah, it's crazy right now. So this is a 4-pack, this is a 3-pack, this is a 2-pack, this is a 6-pack. And you can see what's coming up, and this is a 4-pack, so this is a new one, it looks like. And a lot of people are doing merchant fulfilled on some of these. This is an existing one. I could tell you, like a lot of these, some of these you can source, some of the Ricola regular ones, and some of the cough, you can source those from the Dollar Tree for $1. So I'm just putting it out there that that's totally available to you. But I want to show you what the pricing is. So what I pulled up, I just did, you know, like I said, the Google search. I'm trying to find. So this one was $1.99. I know I can get it for less than $1.99, but $1.99 at Rite Aid. And so, you know, my ability to maybe buy this from Rite Aid, see if they've got some type of discount that they're offering. Let me just see. So due to high demand. Okay. So free shipping at $34.99. Clearly something's up with that. Okay. So they wait till you're $34.99 before they're going to give you free shipping. But it's $1.99. You can probably buy it less than that. And again, don't let the dates, you know, this is not going to be available until, you know, 2 weeks or 4 weeks. Don't freak out by that. Because if you freak out by that, what will happen is, again, in about 4 weeks, this country may be over parts of the COVID virus. And then also, there's still going to be people that are not going to be willing to go out. And if this thing comes back around again, you're going to need to have a solution in place. And so selling Ricola, I think, is going to be something you can continue to do through the end of the year, period.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Ricola is one of those items that I sell year round. And you've got to think is, again, people with a common cold right now are not able to see a doctor. People with just a regular bronchitis, most, you know, if they're not exhibiting specific symptoms.
They're not letting people in, which is crazy.
Yeah, most doctors are not seeing patients. So I think that's part of the appeal for many of the pain relief and the cough and cold is always, those are always good categories. But right now, they're really, I mean, they're off the chart. Something that you need to fret about in terms of, you know, what if, like she's saying that's got a $34.99 free shipping, but I would put 17 of those in my cart in a minute.
Yeah, and just go ahead and get them and, you know, buy them for right now. So I'm just seeing what Ricola is selling on Walmart. And of course, these all look like secondary sellers that are, you know, third-party sellers. So they're not Walmart.com selling them. These are, most of these are another
party.
Yeah, a third party.
Yeah, those that say pick up, those that you can go to the
Oh,
pick up and you'll be able to see just the Walmart ones. But
yeah,
and Kelly has sent us a message. If you can't sell it on Amazon, do not overlook eBay, Etsy, all the other sites you can sell on.
absolutely, absolutely. Because our goal here today is really just to try and at least give you hope and let you know that there's still a lot of stuff that's moving. There's a lot of stuff that other people are not thinking about. So one of the other things is up here, it says incontinence. So think about that. I want you to just process that. People are stuck in their house, and those people who need Depends, which again, full disclosure, my son, I buy Depends for him all the time. Being able to get those delivered to you, because again, people were going to the store to buy that item. It is still a big item. So from a weight and size standpoint, it's a bigger item. But if you need to buy it, or if you know someone that is shut in, can't get out, especially seniors, they're going to have to order this. There's nothing.
it's one of the items, one of my top items. Again, I mean, I'm selling it daily. So, and weight wise, I mean, I'm not buying the big multi-packs. Most people are just, I guess, buying. I've got one that's selling every day, and it's super small. It fits in an envelope, a padded envelope, and it goes out every day.
Yeah. So keep that in mind. You can get the smaller packs that you can buy at the Family Dollar or Dollar General of the incontinence products, the pads or the pull-ups or whatever. And not just for adults, but also for children. But the adult ones are definitely the ones that people would normally go into the store to pick up. So look at sourcing those. You can sell those in smaller quantities and still be able to make a profit. Now, one I definitely want to point out is the health monitors. So I want you to think about all those people who are diabetic and they need the diabetic strips. So they're probably got the Medicaid help to be able to help source some of that stuff. But what about those people that have COVID-19 and they're terribly concerned about their breathing? So there is an oxygen monitor, oxygen, if I type. So it's a fingertip thing. It's one of the things that Chris Cuomo talked about. These things are selling like freaking hotcakes right now. Okay? Selling like hotcakes. So I just did a random Google search for the oxygen monitors. I'm going to go see what they're doing on Amazon. I'm also going to go see what they're doing on eBay. Sorry, on Walmart.
One good source for that is the Sportsman's Guide. We buy them all the time from them. I think we're picking up at $10. Oh, Kelly also said the boredom busters. She can't keep them in stock.
Oh, definitely boredom busters. But so this is what I wanted to point out. So they've got these oxygen monitors right here. These are dirt cheap. There's nothing wrong with buying these and reselling them on another platform at $10.99. That's a great price. But I want you to notice all the other prices here. Look at all the, now these are all newer listings. Most of them look like they're newer. Okay. But again, the finger monitors, people have been throwing them up. And again, why are they throwing them up? Because people are concerned about that. They're also throwing up these watches that will do some level of your oxygen monitor as well. And you know, you can set up a campaign or set up a where you can offer a deal on these. So just another way to be able to sell items that people need and or are looking for. So let me go to Walmart and see what the health monitors are doing, what the oxygen monitors are doing. So they are high priced. So if you bought it for $10.99 and turn around and sell it for $58.99, look at that.
And they're buying them.
They're buying them. Now we're not recommending price gouging. We recommend something that's reasonable. The one thing I like about these, if I can get a large quantity of them for a discounted price, again, source with your local family store, wherever that link was that I had before. See if they have any in stock. And if they do, their doors are closed. So if you say, I want to buy everything you got in stock and they've got it priced reasonably, I would go do that for sure all day long. But source, if you know this COVID thing comes around again, if I bought 100 of those at $10.99 or $9.99 or $8.99, you know, just continue to sell them all day long. Just sell them all day long. Because people are going to continue to buy them beyond now. They're going to continue to buy them beyond this window that we're in right now. Okay?
And I encourage everyone to look at these prices on Walmart. You know, if you're hesitant about buying these things and listing them, just know there's a lot of money to be made, and if you're selling it, the next person is.
Yeah. So then we've got jerky. I'm going to go see what's happening with jerky. I'm confident jerky, again, something that's shelf stable. Those people that are, I'm trying to think of the right word for it, Norman.
Beef jerky?
Well, not just beef jerky. I'm talking about those people like survivalists. They believe in the beef
They
jerky.
live off the grid. They're living off the grid.
Right. And I was going to say, don't overlook Bass Pro Shop, Cabela's, Academy, all them.
For sure.
Preppers is a word I always use in my listings.
What is it?
Prepper, which means survivalist.
What are you saying?
Prepper,
Prepper,
Preppers, and
okay.
survivalist also.
Okay.
Oh, I said Kelly said preppers.
So I didn't know. Were we trying to promote Kelly on here too? Did we get her in? I don't know if we got Kelly in. Kelly, did you
At
want
one point I saw she said she was on her way home, but I don't know if she's trying to get in or not.
Well,
Okay.
she's shouting back and forth, so she must be somewhere.
Okay. All right, I can promote her if she's ready. So in any case, what I was trying to do is just make sure that you all know that there's opportunities out there to source for things right now. And
Looks like she hopped on.
yeah, I
I'm
just
here.
promoted her. I promoted
Oh,
her.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
now
what
I
I
know
want
what I'm talking about.
to, all right. So what I want to do is, Renata and Kelly and Norman, like if each one of you to take like just 3 to 5 minutes and talk about what other things people should be thinking about sourcing and where they could potentially be sourcing from right now.
I'll start off just because, like I said, I've been doing mostly retail arbitrage as my uh, primary mode of selling. And so I was doing that and doing FBA, and many of my items got shut down. So it was a perfect opportunity to pivot and make a few changes. But what I found was some of the things that Amazon had either restricted me on or sent back immediately, that was where I went to for my sourcing. So I was able to take some of those, I call them death piles, even though they're not necessarily, a lot of people refer to their clothing and that sort of thing, but these were things that had been in bins and boxes that I'd got back and just hadn't gone and found a new home as far as listing them. That was the first place that I went. But in addition to that, when I was going out, based on some of the recommendations, you know, to go out and get food or items for your household for a few weeks, anything that I had in my pantry at that time, as I was kind of taking inventory and seeing what I needed to go out and get, everything that I was looking for was out. I'm just being completely honest. I couldn't find hardly anything that we normally would eat. And so I found myself looking at a lot of alternatives, just options, things that my family normally didn't eat, but I felt like I needed to have something here in my pantry. So as I picked those items up and scanned them, because I do that with my own items, things that I was buying for our own household. But here was a whole new set of items, things that were completely opened up to me. So like Nicole just mentioned, the shelf stable almond milk. I haven't done dairy milk in some time. And so, you know, I do almond milk, but I only did the refrigerated. And when that wasn't available, I went straight to the shelf stable. And as I was sticking one or two in my basket, I'm sitting here scanning it and seeing, hey, this is something that, you know, if I grab a few more, I'll be able to send in. Let me tell you, it didn't make it home. A lot of these things that I'm finding, they're sold before I can even get out of the store. If I do get a chance to get out of the store with it before I can create a shipment to send in for FBA, it's already sold. The other thing is some of the stores that Norman just mentioned, but some of the stores that I was finding myself going into a little more frequently because the other stores were either, you know, there was a lot, I don't do lines. There was either a line to get in or they were out of everything. I had to start thinking about other places to get, whether it was toilet paper or anything else that I was looking for, alternative stores. So Freight and Harbor, Tractor Trailer. I mean, I started looking in all these other stores. And so I started finding some of the same items, you know, at great prices. I was able to not only find them, but I was able to actually source from those stores. So just don't overlook some of the local stores in your area, and keep in mind that when you go out and buy some of these things, you're actually, again, serving your community, that you're actually helping some of these smaller stores keep their doors open. And that everything that you're able to send in or even post online, that you're making that available to people, not just, you know, across town, but around the country and even around the world. If they're shopping on the platforms that you're listing on, they may not have it anywhere near them. They may be sick and shut in. They may not have transportation. You just don't know what the circumstances are. So I urge you not to hesitate when you're looking at actually grabbing a few of these items and putting them up for listing them for someone else to be able to purchase.
Your turn, Kelly.
Well, for me, like I said, I've been going through my death pile, profit pile, whatever you want to call it. And I found all my puzzles and I listed them, and they've all sold. I found some needlepoint kits sold. I've been going to like the dollar stores that are still open. And I mean, like sidewalk chalk. I cannot keep sidewalk chalk in stock. I've I've bought some today, listed it. It's already sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a thing that's going on Facebook, and also where I'm seeing people there are chalking giving the kids something to do by chalking every single brick on the mailbox. So this has become a thing
Oh,
and
wow.
a challenge, and it's also an activity for the kids to do as they walk around the neighborhood, finding the sidewalk, finding the mailboxes that have been chalked up. These are the ones where there's a brick mailbox. So I thought that was pretty cool and pretty cute. Also, another thing that's become a thing is the stuffed animal one, the stuffed animal in the window and the stuffed animals like near the window, and also the construction paper in the window for those people that are shut in. So just keeping all of that in mind is that construction paper is a thing for people that are shut in. Like if they put red in the window, that means they need help. If they put yellow in the window, that means that they've got some concerns. And the green, I'm okay today. So that's one thing. And then the stuffed animals are for the kids that are walking in the community. So I'm glad she brought up I'm glad you brought up the chalk.
Yeah,
Sidewalk
and
kids.
and she brought up chalk, but we're walking our neighborhood every night, and selling chalk too, but I just sold what I had. But I'm seeing it everywhere. I didn't see very many kids actually out this evening, but I did see where, the remnants of where they had been, because all of the sidewalks were all chalked up.
Yep. And then like one of my items that was FBA, I was like, there's me and one other seller on it, and I was only FBA on it. The other person was FBM. Well, when I sold out of my FBA stuff, I couldn't send any more in because it's not in the essential thing. So I just went ahead and listed it at FBM and started. And I'm shipping that out quite often too. I mean, yeah, I've shipped more myself, seller fulfilled in the last 7 days. I've shipped more than Amazon has fulfilled for me, to show you how much I'm doing a lot of shipping. I mean, so another thing, if you have somehow a way to get to it, shipping supplies, because we have sellers out there who are needing shipping supplies because they have to ship their stuff and they don't have they're shipping more than usual and they don't have the supplies they need. So if you can get hold of shipping supplies.
You got gold in your hands then.
Yeah, because I had to order me some more. I've gone through so much bubble wrap the last week. It's not crazy. I bought 2 more rolls today, and I ordered a big old roll off of eBay because Amazon wasn't going to be able to ship it till the 28th. So I'm having to go to eBay to get my supplies.
And don't forget, when you're looking at the product, always go and look at the back of the tag and find out who is the distributor. Contact them, because I use wholesale all the time. I find a new item, I find out where it's coming from, search them online, contact the warehouse. Can I get an order shipped out? How many is the minimum order quantity? That way you don't even have to leave the house and then turn around and have UPS pick it up. They're a little slow now, but that's fine. So I usually give them about 5 days instead of the 3 I usually do. But people want it on your driveway chalk when you don't want to overlook searches for graffiti, because the chalk and all the stuff they're doing is actually graffiti. Yeah, it washes off in a rainstorm, but searching for items that other people are not finding. And with the beef jerky and all the other ones, don't overlook the sporting goods department. I think it's Sportsman's Guide, nope, sportswholesale.com. It's not a real big store, but they have reasonable prices.
And don't forget about pets. People have their pets that still need to take care of. So you're gonna, maybe they're not able to get out to the pet store to get their dog eats treats. I've been selling
Sure.
dog treats too.
I've been selling a
Yeah.
lot of doggy treats.
Yeah, I was gonna say pets, not just dogs and cats, but also you got birds and fish and all that other stuff. So
Iguana.
oh yeah. So the other thing, back to the chalk for just a second. Just know that the chalk is going to sell like crazy through the end of summer.
Right.
You need to sell like crazy through the end of summer. So keep that in mind that it's going to sell like crazy from now until probably September or October. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to cancel summer camps. They're going to cancel. They're going to cancel a lot of stuff, and the reason that they're going to,
Bible school.
yeah, Vacation Bible School is going to be done. There's just going to be a whole bunch of things that are going to be done. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. They got to keep the kids busy. I've already known of a few camps that are canceled, even beyond, if everything turns around in the next 4 to 6 weeks. So,
The camps have to be cleaned
yep.
so much, and they don't know if it will pop up again. But you can still sell this stuff year round. I used to buy the chalk by the cases. I think I still got one in storage, but I can't get back in there to find it. That'd be a good Easter present if I could.
So we just want to give you some hope, some lights, some things to think about and what's the source. Like we said at the beginning, you're looking for bread makers. What are the ingredients that go with bread makers? If you're buying things for yourself that's going to go in your pantry or in your bathroom, look for those things too. Now that Dollar Tree is back online to allow you to source, then consider sourcing that and sourcing using the Dollar Tree and also other stores. I know that Dollar General and Family Dollar don't have the whole drive up thing, but just the options. And then of stores of where to find things. So think about your grocery stores and also use your grocery store cards while you're at it for stacking. So with all of that being said, we hope that this information was helpful to you. We hope it was a blessing to you. And we hope that you use it, to make some money in your business. Stay active. Make sure that you're consistently doing something every single day in your business to keep it going. Because on the other side of this, your business could have grown exponentially because you didn't stand still. You didn't keep your hands in your pockets. You didn't sit on the sidelines. And I know sometimes it's hard. People that you know and care about have lost their lives, or people that you know and care about are sick, or people that, that you used to be connected to for whatever reason, something has happened. And it's kind of hard to stay focused in the middle of it. But in any case, I wish you all the luck in the world. So does Renata, so does Norman, so does Kelly. If you have any questions, please by all means reach out to us. And please schedule your coaching session because we're there for you guys. We really are. All right. That's all I got. We'll see you next week.
Y'all have a great night. Be safe and healthy.
Night.
Take care.